Hello, today we're going to learn how to perform walkthroughs using eDoctrina. You'll go to the eDoctrina login page, which can be accessed at secure.edoctrina.org or through a link on your district website. Once you're at the page, you will select your district, Rochester City School District, and the particular school you work in if you are a school administrator. If you're a district administrator, you will leave the school blank. I'm working in a demonstration school for this demonstration. My login is a administrator. If you forgot your password, the forgot password button will be very helpful. All you'll need is your email, then simply log in, and you will land on the eDoctrina homepage. Once you're on the eDoctrina homepage, it should be fairly obvious how you perform a walkthrough, as there is a walkthrough button. But please notice there's also a walkthrough guide, which is a document that helps explain. And then the link to this actual video, if you want to repeat it, is found in this button. I'm going to begin with clicking the walkthroughs button. Sometimes when you go to new screens, there's pop-up messages that give you information about these tools. This information can be very helpful. I'm going to click the Don't Show Again and dismiss so that this pop-up will not continue. Once I'm in the screen, I can see the various teachers in my building. In this example, I only have 2 teachers in the demonstration school. Notice to the right of each teacher, there are a series of buttons. Every teacher initially for the start of the year will have 5 observations set up for them. If you require more for a particular teacher, do not worry. But to begin with, you will simply click on a new observation, which are the gray buttons. The key up here will help guide you. The green buttons are observations that have already been completed, and the light blue with the D indicates that a walkthrough has been conducted, but it's still in draft mode. If I open the observation that is in draft mode, I will see that there's some information in the observation. In order to make this particular observation completed, I simply need to check the "This is a draft observation" option and save and close. And now notice that observation that was in draft mode is now completed. In order to begin a new observation, I simply click on the next gray button, and that will open the observation form for a new observation. I can enter the time, but this is not a required field. I can begin scripting in the scripting area if I choose to do so. Then I can scroll down and rate the various components of the walkthrough. Note that I can also link portions of the script as evidence for particular components of the rubric. So if the section I've highlighted applies to section 1A.1, I can either come down here and select the link script button, or the other option is to simply right-click and find the element that this particular part of my script pertains to. If I scroll down, I will see that it is linked to that element of the rubric. All items default to not observed, and when you rate an element, it then takes on that rating. If I'm not finished, I would save and close while "This is a draft observation" is still checked. Also note that the scripting, even after I take it out of draft mode, will not be available to the teacher unless I uncheck this box. And then finally, if for some reason I've really made a mistake in this walkthrough and I don't want to use it ever, and I want to delete it, Inactive effectively deletes the observation. So I could check the inactive box and this walkthrough would no longer be available. So I'm going to leave this in draft mode and save and close. And notice now on the observation dashboard that this shows as a draft. Notice for teacher Sally Super Teacher that there's more than 5 walkthroughs that have been done. If I want to start an additional one and there's no gray box, I can simply click the eyeball to add another one. It will create the walkthrough form. And just like previously, I can type in the scripting area or I can give ratings. And I can save it in draft mode, or I can uncheck the draft mode, and I can uncheck script visible to teacher and save and close. If you wanted to schedule an observation or walkthrough ahead of time, you simply click the schedule button. You navigate to the date you would like to schedule it for. You pick the walkthrough rubric and click the schedule button. Note that if you want to send an email to the person you're observing with a calendar invite, you would check this box and then schedule. Notice how this observation or walkthrough is now a yellow S, and it shows that it's scheduled on October 4th, 2016. There are other views for the Observe dashboard that list observations, a calendar view, and a final rating view. The final rating view will not apply to the walkthroughs, but you can play with the calendar view and observations view, but the assignments view is really the most user-friendly, so definitely use the assignments view.